Most people running Facebook ads might not even know if their pixel is either broken, tracking incorrectly, or just tracking the wrong events. And it's silently killing their results. Without clean pixel data, Meta has nothing to optimize for. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up your Facebook pixel in 2026, track the events that actually matter, and verify that everything is working correctly before you spend a single dollar. Hey everyone, it's Axel here, and in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up your pixel correctly in 2026, how to set up your tracking events as well, and test everything to make sure that everything is firing correctly. So before we get into the setup, I'm just going to explain real quick what the Meta Pixel does. The Facebook Pixel is essentially a piece of code that you put on your website, and this is what allows you to track what people do once they click on your ad. So whether they're filling out a form, completing a purchase, or just browsing on the website, the Pixel allows you to track all of that. And it then sends the data back to the Meta Ads dashboard. And so this is critical for two reasons. First of all, it shows you if your campaigns are actually working or not. And so essentially which ads, which audiences, and which specific creatives are actually driving the results. And secondly, this is especially important in 2026. Meta's algorithm now is becoming more and more reliant on the pixel data it's receiving. So when you launch a new campaign nowadays, Meta uses every single signal it gets from the pixel and sends it back to your campaigns in order to show your ads to the most likely people to convert. And so the more clean and accurate your results are, the better and the cheaper your results will get over time. So whether you're trying to either scale your ads, cut your ad spend back, or just figure out which creatives are working, the pixel is the way to do that. So now that I've gone over that, we can go ahead and set it up. So I'm in a Facebook ad account right here, and in order to set up your Facebook pixel, what you want to do is go on the left here, hover over Events Manager, and click on that. Before we do anything further, make sure that up here you have your ad account selected and not your business portfolio. You want this specifically to be tied to the ad account, otherwise this will not work. Next, if I'm creating a pixel for the first time, I'm gonna see this as a blank screen pretty much, but I will see a Connect Data button up here. So what I want to do is go ahead and click on that. Next, it's going to connect a new data source. So I want to essentially select what type of data I want to receive, whether it's web, app, offline, CRM, or messaging tool. So for most cases, probably 90% plus of cases, this is going to be web events. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on that and click on Next. It's then going to prompt you to connect your data to an existing data set. Now, if you haven't done this before and this is your first time setting up a pixel, what you want to do is create a new data set. So what we're gonna do here is create one from scratch. And what you want to do is just name it something relevant. So what I want to do here maybe is just name it the name of my company followed by pixel. So I can call it Media Ninja, and then pixel. And then from here, it's going to ask you to declare any relevant categories. So for my business, I don't actually advertise any of this stuff right here. You probably won't either, but make sure you look through the list and make sure that you tick any boxes that are relevant to what you're doing, and then you're going to click on Create. And so now it's going to give you two different options. Number one is to set up your Meta Pixel, or number two, to set up a conversions API. To keep things simple, today we're gonna be setting up a Meta Pixel and clicking on Next. And now you have three options. You can either add the Meta Pixel code yourself, so the manual option. You can either send the instructions to a developer if you have one, or you can set it up with a partner. So if you're tracking results within either a big CRM like HubSpot, for example, or if you're doing e-com and using Shopify, you should probably click on this option right here. It'll give you the option to the direct integration, and from there, you'll be good to go within a few clicks. But if you have either a custom website, a custom landing page, then manual is usually the way to go. And that's the option I'm going to be selecting for today and clicking on Next. Then it's going to give you your base code. So what you want to do is you want to essentially copy this code and then install it on every single page of your website. So if you have a full custom website, this has to go within the head of your HTML code on all pages. But for most website providers, whether you're using WordPress, Wix, or ClickFunnels, or Go High Level, for example, your website backend usually has a section in the settings where it allows you to copy and paste codes into the head of your entire website. And you want to essentially copy this code and paste it there. So specifically for today's example, I want to set it up on my landing page and thank you page. So essentially this is my opt-in page right here where people can sign up. And then if they fill out this form, they essentially hit a thank you page, which looks like this. So what I want to do is make sure that my pixel is installed on this page and this page right here. So now I'm in the settings of my Go High Level account. And here's my funnel. I can see the opt-in page and the thank you page right here. What I can do is I can click the settings of my entire funnel, and I'll see right here that there's a head tracking code. So what I want to do is go back to my pixel right here, copy that code, paste it right there, and then click on save. And what that's going to do is it's essentially going to install the pixel code on both this page and this page. So I can see that that's all saved, so that should be working now. And from here, I can just click on next, and click on done, and click on continue. And so now my pixel should be installed. What I want to essentially do now is just make sure that it actually is installed correctly. So usually what I like to use is my MetaPixel Chrome extension to do this. What I can do is I can refresh this page right here. Then I can open up my pixel helper and click on that Chrome extension. And I can see that a pixel was found on this page, specifically with the ID of 14357, and so on and so on. And if I go back into my events manager right here, I just want to click on my data sets now, and then make sure I have the correct pixel selected right here. And I can see that those 4 digits essentially match these 4 digits, which I'm seeing right here. So I can see that the pixel is installed on this page, and I want to maybe double check that with this page right here. So what I can do is refresh my thank you page, and I can see that the exact same pixel ID shows up. So now I know for sure that my pixel is both installed on my thank you page and my opt-in page. So now you should have your pixel correctly installed on your website. Sometimes your website backend will not ask for an entire header code like it did on mine. Sometimes it'll ask for just a pixel ID. If that's the case, what you want to do is go on your data set, copy this ID right here, and then paste it where it asks you for the pixel ID. And from there, it should be the exact same result. So now that my pixel is set up, the next thing I want to do is start setting up my tracking events that I want to keep track of. So things like a form fill, a purchase, or just a page view, for example. So in today's example, what I want to do is essentially track the form fill event, which is also known as the lead event on Facebook, which is essentially when someone fills in this form and hits the thank you page. That is essentially the event I want to be tracking. So I'll show you how to do that. But before I do that, if you like this video so far, feel free to give me a like and a subscribe below. That way you're updated on all my newest videos to come. So in order to set up events, what I want to do is scroll out here, click on settings, make sure I'm selected on my correct pixel, which is the one I just created up here. And then I'm going to scroll down until I find the event setup tool. So if I scroll down here, I can see that the event setup tool is right there. So I can essentially open event setup tool. And from here, it's going to ask you for a website URL. So what I want to do is grab the URL of my landing page, go back to my event setup, paste it right here, and then click on add events. So it'll open this window, and then you'll see that the meta event setup tool will pop up right here. So now I can see that currently on this page that there are no events firing. This is fine because I don't want to actually track an event here because no one has actually filled out a form. So on this page, I'm actually fine with not having any events being tracked. What I want to actually track is when someone fills out the form. And specifically, when someone fills out the form, they essentially hit my thank you page. So the thank you page is what I want to essentially fire the lead event. So what I can do up here is I can change my URL and type in thank you and open my thank you page. And now I'll let that reload. And now I can see that my event setup tool is populated again. And I can see that there are currently no events set up on this page, and I want to change that. So specifically for this, I wanted to fire a lead event when someone sees this page. So for this type of event, I'm going to be tracking a URL where specifically the event is a lead event and the URL equals to my thank you page URL. So what this essentially means is when someone sees a URL with this page, it'll essentially fire the lead event and send that back to Facebook, which is exactly what I want because someone will only see this page if they filled out the form, which is essentially a lead. And so what I want to do is make sure that that is correct. And then I don't want a currency associated to this conversion event, so I'm not going to include a value and click on confirm. And then from here, it's going to say my event has been saved successfully, and I'm going to click on done. And then from here, I can see that my event on this page is now showing up, and I can see that the lead event will fire when the URL equals MediaNinja/thank you example. And so now we're nearly done. I want to just click on finish setup, click on finish right here, rate my experience, and click on submit. And now this event should be correctly set up, and I'm going to click on done. And so now it'll take me back to this page right here, which is where I started. The only thing we want to do now is just test that what we just did is actually working correctly. So what I can do is I can go into my test events tab right now and click on that. I'm going to select my channel, click on website. It's going to now give me 2 options, either confirm your server's events are correctly set up or confirm that your website's events are set up correctly. I'm going to click on the second option. And so now it'll prompt me to open up the page I want to test. So what I can start with is the opt-in page and click on test events. And what it'll do is it'll essentially open that page and it'll tie it to Facebook ads, specifically the event tester. So now I can see that a page view event fired when I essentially open this page. This is totally fine, and this will probably happen in your case. Pretty much the second you have the pixel installed on any part of your website, on any page, the page view event will always fire. You don't have to set up this event. This is automatically done for every single website in every single pixel case. So that's totally fine. The other thing that is good to note is that my lead event did not fire. This is fine because I did not actually fill out the form. So now let me fill out the form. So I'm going to type in my name. I can type in my email. And I can type in my phone number. I'll just put something fake. And then I'm gonna click on book your free consultation. And now I have essentially hit my thank you page. So what I should see if I go back to my event tester is I should see another page view event because we're now on a different page. And I should also see that lead event firing. So if I go back now, I can see that a second custom event on page view has fired, and then my lead event has also been processed. So I can essentially see now that everything is working correctly. My pixel is correctly set up on my website, and then my events are correctly firing. And so what you want to do is customize this to your use case. Chances are that you might not be optimizing for leads, but you might be optimizing for things like a checkout, an add to cart, a purchase, anything of the sort. You might be tracking engaged sessions, for example. What you want to essentially do is repeat the process of what I just did with the event setup tool. Make sure you calibrate your events, that way they're firing at the correct moment, and then test your events to make sure that they are working correctly. And so that's it for today. From now onwards, you should have your pixel correctly installed on the website and all of your events tracking correctly. If you found anything in today's video a little bit confusing or have any questions, feel free to drop that in the comments below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. And if you'd like me to set this up for you or manage your Facebook ads for you, then feel free to book a call using the link in the description below. That way me and you can have a chat. Apart from that, I hope you like this video and I'll see you on the next one.